So there's been a lot of talk of a guy named David Dobrik and something horrible that happened kind of under his watch. Now everybody wants to cancel this guy. I did not know who this guy was really, truly. All I knew was he was like one of these, again, where do these 20-somethings, TikTokers, YouTubers who are automatically driving Ferraris, automatically have like, you know, mansions in the Beverly Hills fucking hills or whatever like that. I mean, where are they coming from? Were they hatched out of pods? I don't, because there's more and more of them every fucking day, and I don't know where they came from. It's not like you can go back with a Jake Paul or something like where they came from Disney and you're like, okay, they made some money there. Literally every day there's a new douchebag or douchebagette who all of a sudden is being chased by the paparazzi, you know, because they're a TikToker or an influencer. Where are you people being hatched from? But anyway, he's one of them people as far as I could tell. I've seen a few videos of his in the past. I didn't know it was him. I didn't know the name. And, man, Jesus Christ, my head's big. You know your head's big when your fucking shirt strangling your fucking neck. But, I knew he did pranks, but it was very much like, not even pranks. It's just one of these vlog people who like, hey, wait, today me and my friends are going to go to McDonald's and stuff as many hamburgers as we possibly can up our ass. And by me and my friends, I mean my friends are going to do it and I'm going to make them do it and make all the money off it. He's this little like messy haired 22-year-old douchebag who has a douchebag crew that's very weird. Like, and a few times I saw some of his videos, they were very gay. They were him like asking to see other people's genitals, like guys and stuff like that, which fine, if that's your preference. And I mean, Trisha Paytas, that crazy chick, was walking around in his house for a while, and they were the vlog squad, and they vlogged about vlogging, and their vlogs consisted of, why is this not working out? God damn it. Sorry about that. Their vlogs consisted of just stupid shit. It was never like really like well thought out. But so what had happened was, this is what happens when you get a bunch of bros together. I'm telling you, anytime, shit's gonna go south. When you get bros and you get liquor and a house and, you know, there's girls and guys coming in and out and nobody really knows what's going on, shit's gonna go south. The only thing I found really, really interesting about all of this was one of these guys that's involved in the vlog squad, or David Dobrik's like right-hand man, is a guy who's like 5 years older than me. Like, I would feel, that would be like me going, hey, James Charles, hey, sister, are we going to hang out today and go hang out with those 16-year-old girls that you like to hang out with, even though that's kind of weird to make a TikTok? Hey, I'm one of the hip cool kids. I would feel weird hanging out with somebody 30, let alone somebody 21, 22. What the hell do I have to talk to them about? Like, yeah, did you see the latest Jay-Z video on the MTV DVD MP3 thing that you people, I don't know. I have no idea what to talk to you about. You're just stare at your phone and leave me alone. I'll do the same thing. So what happened was there was a guy in his crew and they had a bit. And the bit was they were going to put out, I think, a tweet or an Instagram. This guy was his best friend from growing up, that they were going to ask some girls to come over for a fivesome. And now, I don't know about you, but if you are a bunch of girls who answer an ad to come to some random dude's house for a fivesome, you might already want to have the alarm bells up just a little bit. I'm not saying, listen, there's no excuses for anything, but I'm just saying any girls in the future, you know, if you're party girls or you're 19, 20, 21 years old, tell your parents first, just run it by your parents. You know, if they're shitty parents, they'll say, go, bring me back some money. But if they're good parents, they'll be like, the fuck, where? Where are you going? No, you're not, you dirty little bitch. Get back in the house. Even though you're 19 or 20, because I don't know. I'm still convinced your parents will fucking rule you at that age. I don't know. But, so what happened was, and again, I have to be real careful, and this is what kills me about YouTube, is that now you can't say the word that sounds like grape when it's describing mexual basalt, if you know what I'm saying. You can't even say that. You can say SA, which sounds so fucking stupid, or you can say the R word. You know, that girl was R-worded the other night in that alley. The R word happened to her. Did you hear about that? Which I think is more offensive than the word itself. But let's go over it. So, again, a bunch of these girls answered this ad. And again, even just because they answer an ad does not mean they have to spread their legs for you. Okay, let's just get that right out there right now. So they get over there, and I guess one of the victims in question, or the victim in question, doesn't really know who David Dobrik and these other weirdos are, and I don't blame her. Automatically, I like her. I think she's a great person for not following douchebags on the internet. Great. So she gets there with her friends, and, you know, they're kind of not feeling it. And then David Dobrik decides, you know, it's not really going on. There's videos of all this shit. And if you want better coverage of this, go to H3H3, Frenemies Podcast. That's where I saw a lot of this on, but I have my own thoughts on it. I'm not taking credit for you know, gathering the news or anything like that. I'm lazy as fuck. No, I'm kidding. But I did look at it some on my own on different videos from different people. Went over there, the girls did, and they weren't feeling it. You know, they were just kind of hanging out, you know, kind of impressed to meet some YouTube people or whatever like that. And then David Dobrik has a really great idea to maybe loosen them up a little bit. Go get liquor. Go get liquor. Get him drunk. Get him drunk and fucked up. That right there shows me you are completely guilty, and yes, you are just as responsible as the guy, because one of his friends, then they do go get a lot of booze, and these girls who are 20, 21, and I was 20, 21, you know, once upon a time. I drank at that time. I drank heavily. There were times when I was blackout drunk and don't remember a fucking thing that happened, so I'm not putting the blame on them. I'm putting the blame on the adults, who also, by the way, the only one who was actually close to their age, as far as I could tell, was like David Dobrik, who's like 22, 23-ish. And these girls actually weren't even 21. They were like 20 and 19, I think. They were underage to be drinking. They could not buy alcohol themselves. Why they're even in your house when you have fucking alcohol? There's this whole debate on which crew member bought alcohol and is he guilty as anybody else. I don't really care. I mean, I mean, maybe in some way they are, but they didn't have anything to do with what really went down. So alcohol was brought in, and, you know, one of these guys who has a really, really bad rep supplies them with it. And I'm convinced everybody else there supplied them with it too and made sure these girls were good and drunk. And this is just my own, allegedly, theory. I wasn't there or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure that if you want something to happen in a video, you're going to go drink, 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 drink. Get him to fucking drink. Get him to fucking drink. So, and we'll get some, you know, come on. Why else would you bring alcohol over? There's no other reason for you to bring alcohol over unless you want these girls in an inebriated state where they can't realize how gross and disgusting you really are and never want to do anything. Okay. So, unfortunately, these girls go into a room with this guy, and allegedly this guy, our words, one of these girls who is blackout drunk. I mean, you don't even have to argue. I don't think you'd have to say allegedly. If she is blackout drunk and you are having sex with, you're not having sex, I hate to use this. You're R-wording somebody. If somebody cannot give you consent and is not able to even open their eyes, you have no business having sex with them. None whatsoever. This girl felt really bad and ashamed and wasn't even like really coherent the next day, even. She was so fucked up about what went on, and it took some time for it to sink in and everything, and she eventually realized she'd been violated, and you know, news came out and a couple people on different podcasts put it out there, and now David Dobrik's in a bunch of fucking deep shit, wants people to feel bad for him. No, you are absolutely responsible, completely responsible, but here's why he's responsible. This is your channel. This is your this would be like if I gave Stevie a bunch of liquor and said, go get this dude over here fucking drunk because I want to see you just rail him. Come on, make good content. Not that he ever would, not that I ever would. But if I did that, I am just responsible as he would be for actually committing the act. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And your bullshit apology doesn't come out until you lose sponsors. That's why the fuck you're apologizing. So you know what? You can stick the apology up your ass. You need to just go away. You're a horrible, horrible human being. I also heard that he's like some work visa or something. He's not even American. Like, he's not even supposed to be here. You know, if he was Mexican, that shit would be solved real fucking quick. His ass wouldn't have even made it over the border. So I don't know where he's from or what kind of immigration status he has, but we need to deport him like now because he's a piece of shit. We don't need any more pieces of shit. You know, we have more or less harmful pieces of shit like yours truly. So, I think it's just gross. The guy who's actually did the R-wording or whatever like that is in hiding. And all the bros now are doing what bros do. I totally didn't do it. It was him. No, I bought the booze, but he opened the door. And they're being caught in lies all over the place. It's fucking awesome. That's the only good thing about all of this. But I just think it's this whole, like, frat boy, like, mentality. Like, I've never understood frats as long as I'll live. I'll never understand them. When I went to college, and I went very, very, very bravely, I didn't even know if there were frats on my campus because I could give not a fuck. If a bunch of bros came up to me and said I'd get myself, you know, blackout drunk, you know, do some homoerotic shit to be able to live in their house with a bunch of other bros, I'd be like, yeah, how about fucking never? That is never, ever going to happen. Fuck that. You're useless. What do they do? We do community service. They always say that shit. No. What you do is, let's be honest, they do date our word and they get people drunk and are generally obnoxious to everybody else. But they have a brotherhood that lasts forever. Who gives a shit? I've got that with the friends I've had for fucking 15, 20, 25, 30 years even. One of my best friends I've known since 1991. All right? Yeah, long fucking time. I know. Poor little Brendan, one of the youngest people watching my YouTube channel right now, is like 91. Ow! Ow! That's like 30,000 years before I was born. It hurts my head. But what I think about the whole thing, I think it just sums it up in a nutshell, is this is David Dobrik's fault. This is this guy's fault. But I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised if this happens again with David Dobrik Jr.'s that are coming up. Like all these little like TikToker. There's a bunch of like douchebaggy dudes right now, or 21, 22. Do you know they're competing for like some YouTuber versus TikToker boxing challenge? I don't know who any of them are. There's like, it's like, there's like the big two that are up there that are going to do the main fight. And then there's 20 fights beneath. I don't know who any of these people are, but they all have fancy houses. They all have lots of money, and they all are either YouTubers or TikTokers. And all of them to me look like they are about under the age of 24, 23. These are a bunch of bros, which shit's going to go south again. And until this kind of culture stops being celebrated, and you know, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. If they're making the money, good for them. But I am kind of knocking the way they're getting it. If you're not doing shit for it, if you're not putting out original content, if your original content is you walking around your house, you know, making your friends do stupid assy shit, it was done by Jackass a long time ago. You're not creative. To me, you're not worth a shit. If you were just born to rich parents and now you want to tell everybody to live their life, Olivia Jade looking at you, those D'Amelio twin girl, whatever they are, looking at you, yeah, I don't respect them because they have no hustle. They don't know what real life is like. And yeah, I just don't think we should follow these people around and make them something. That fucking crooked-eyed Paris Hilton, she started this whole shit. Don't get me started. But yeah, so wanted to get that out there. Not, you know, the funniest video to talk about or really lighthearted, but hope to do something else a little lighthearted next time. So let me know in the comments what I should talk about next. Anything in pop culture, anything that I am not aware of, because I've not been looking at the news as much as I was recently. And yeah, shout them out in the comments. Peace. And fuck David Dobrik.